All right, we should be live. Let's double check, make sure. Hello, hello. I think we're live. All right, so GoGameGeek sent me another one. I'm really excited to check this one out. I haven't touched it. I did open it to find out why the box was a little bit wonky. They sent me more gifts. You won't get the extra stuff that I'm getting, like this mouse pad here and then this, which is kind of neat. But you will get this if you order from GoGameGeek with a card that's been set up by them. I don't know what to expect specifically. This here is the TrimUi Brick. I've not messed with a TrimUi device yet. I'm excited to check this out. I've heard nothing but good things about this little guy. We'll take a look at this in just a second. We're going to set this over here for now. What else is in here? We've got, oh yeah, the new triggers, or bumpers, triggers, whatever. We got more options. So we've got choices, different slopes. I think I'm going to stick with the default ones, but we'll see. So we got those. Charging cable, A to C. I'm assuming it only charges A to C. I will test it with my Steam Deck charger. Sometimes they do work with the Steam Deck charger, but they won't work with the C to C, so we'll see. To see. Little instruction manual. Again, I've never seen a TrimUi device before, so this is kind of exciting. Not in person. Looks pretty good. Seems to have quite a bit of information, most of which is understandable. Sorry, I keep on thinking the camera's farther back than it is because it used to be. But yeah, nice and to the point. There's a lot of things you can do with this thing. We're not going to do a deep dive right now. I'm just going to give you my first impressions, first thoughts. Again, GoGameGeek is where you get this lovely little device. One of the places. I honestly, what's the word? I'm really happy with my A30. I wasn't expecting to like how they set it up as much as I did. So I'm really excited about that. Wow, this is a trip. This is a real trip. I forgot what I was just saying. It looks like an analog pocket, but small. It really just does. Okay. For some comparison, I'm going to go grab an analog pocket, actually. It's like, you don't need an analog pocket. We have an analog pocket at home. Honestly, I like this better than the analog pocket, but wow, is it ever so the same. That's really funny. Even down to the 3 buttons on the bottom. That's fun. Okay. That's fun. That's fun. So, it feels nice. So, this is metal. This also feels like metal, but the plastic, this feels, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It feels like metal. I think it is metal. We're bringing another couple. I will bring another couple of things for size comparisons. One moment. Here's one right off the bat. This is the 35XX Plus. Here's a Miu Mini Plus. It's kind of nuts. Got one more to compare it to. This is the Miu Mini Original. So it's kind of like, it's a trip, because it's skinnier than the Miu Mini Plus by a little bit. I don't know if you can see that very well from here, but it's a little skinnier than the Miu Mini Plus, but it's about the same height. Screen's smaller, but it's a little bit bigger than the Miu Mini. It's kind of like, it really feels like the sweet spot right off the bat. Just size-wise. And then, of course, you've got something like, you know, the 40xxv, which is, you know, starting to get into a whole nother territory here. For some size comparison, also, I've got one more thing I'm going to bring out. Don't judge me. I guess it's two. So we have an OG Game Boy Color, which I guess would fit right about here. I was a kid. And then alternatively to here, we have a Game Boy Pocket, which I think is going to fit nicely right here. Yeah, there we go. There's your size comparisons. We're looking at this one today. The TrimUi Brick. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Sorry for coughing in your face. Mike's right there. Say hello to Mike. Oh, there it is. It's invisible. Yeah, okay, so size comparison, not bad, not bad. Let's put these out of the way. I might bring those back to do some comparison to check out the screen. We'll take a look. All right, so first off, let's do a quick one over, see what we got here. It's heavy. It feels nice. It feels sturdy, stable, solid. Feels good. It surprisingly doesn't feel as cramped. I don't remember who was saying it, but because it has this extra chin here, it doesn't feel as cramped as either of these. Because if you line this up by the bottom of the screen bezel here, you'll see this one has the most amount of depth to it, height-wise. I guess wouldn't you just say height? It has the most amount of height to it. So it fits in the hand a little bit better. It also kind of fixes a gripe I have with the triggers, or the bumpers, I guess. It feels a little bit more natural. I kind of wish they were a teeny bit higher up, but I mean, you know, you get what you get. It looks good. It's a stylish little device. As far as I know, as far as I remember, these just pop right off. Yeah, okay. So you can swap these out with the replacements. We're not going to do that, but it's as simple as you take it off, you make sure that the lettering is proper, R2, lettering is proper, and then place it on down, and there you go. Your button's reattached. All right. We've got your micro SD card slot down here, USB-C. I believe that is for charging and data pass-through. It looks like there's a little recessed reset switch. Say that 5 times fast, I dare you. Recessed reset switch. Recessed reset switch. Reset. I'm done. Okay. Headphone jack. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Looks like a power. I don't remember what this is. I think it might be a lock of sorts. We'll take a look and see what that is. Nothing on the top except for this light bar here. Got volume up and down over here, and nothing on the other side outside of that. There is a secret stealthy USB-C in here as well, and I think that's just for charging. But again, I'm going to take a quick look. We'll take a look and double check. This is just the first look, first impressions. You can get without a card. GoGameGeek sent me one with a card. We'll take a look at that card in a moment. It looks like a SanDisk, which is a good call, good sign. So let's see what that button is. Oh, it's the function button. That makes sense. FN8. Where is the representation of this? Am I just not reading properly? It just says FN. So I'm assuming that's going to be like your menu button and whatnot. That's cool. 23 is DC. 5 is host. So that top USB, it must be your video out. I will check and verify before I make my actual video. We'll take a look. Let's power the thing on. Take a look at it with some stuff going. All right. It is a SanDisk, and it's a 128. So you'd have to buy the one with the 128 to get the 128, obviously. I'm grateful that they sent me this one. Let's see how it fits in there. I'm assuming it's going to go... Looks like the pins are on top. I'm going to try it upside down, and we'll see how that fits in there. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to go in upside down. My nails are not strong enough for this. Get in there. There we go. And let's power it on, see what we get. There is a piece of plastic on the screen. Sirwish. It's very dim for me, so it's probably pretty dim for you guys as well. I don't think this comes with a screen protector. I'm going to check underneath this plastic here just to see. You know what? Considering how tight this seems to be, I don't think it's coming back out. I don't think there's anything under there. So no screen protector, but I really don't think it's necessarily going to need one. No case for this one either. We'll zoom in a little bit here. Whee. All right. Ooh. Speakers sound interesting. They're very... There's a lot of clarity. I don't know if you can hear what I'm hearing at all. But what we're going to do, let's try pushing up the function button. What does that do? It's a full-on toggle, so it went up, but that didn't do anything. Menu is the 3. It says there on the front there, so there's the 3 little circly doodads button. We'll press that. Look at this. Edit. What do we want to edit? Let's try the start. Okay, that's just a whole different view. I've never messed with TrimUi. This is all new to me. I'm excited about this. Okay, we don't need all of this stuff right now. We want... Turn the volume down a little bit. Settings. Right there. Okay. Volume. Background music volume. I'm going to toggle that off. I'm still getting like little, what are they called? System sounds. So let's see. This comes with net play. That's cool. Good internet. Why am I so blurry? Come on, focus. We're going to make this brighter. We're going to make this a little brighter. It doesn't get super bright. Oh, this is the scale of brightness for the different LEDs. So you can make these little lights super bright or less bright. That's cool. Follow the theme, lock screen 5 minutes, contrast, saturation, color temperature, exposure. Holy crap. You got a lot of options here. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's go to system. You guys should be able to see this a little bit easier now. Date and time, hardware, flash device info. Huh, okay. Let's do a hardware test. We're here. Pretty good D-pad. I think Russ would like it if he didn't say he did already. All these accidental presses are me kind of leaning up a little higher on the D-pad. That's not bad. Okay. Base buttons all work. Start, select that button. Bibbidi bobbidi. R2, L2. Triggers all work. Bumpers all work. Volume up, volume down work. Let's see. Shows the toggle one way or the other. Cool. I mean, everything seems to work. So now let's go to these 2 buttons to leave. Yes. Cool. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. USB mode. What's that? Ah, so the bottom is data. I can't change what it is, it looks like. Oh, God. Oh, you can. Okay, it's just a little slow. So data mode or dock mode. Oh, that's fun. Host mode, just straight to a controller. It's a little slow to go through this. Ooh, and it's doing a weird, like, ticking thing. It's very strange. Okay, so let's go back to data mode, because we're probably going to leave it in data mode. Interesting. I wonder if the top then is just charging. I don't know. I don't see anything to get rid of the little ticking noise. Why can't I go into the volume? What's that all about? Can't go into volume Bluetooth? Did I bork something? It's skipping things. Is that intentional, I wonder? I messed something up. What did I do? All I went into and messed with was USB mode, which I now can't get to. That's an interesting little quirk. Maybe it's something I did with the function button? No. So why is it skipping every other then? Huh. That's a weird issue that I've never seen before. Oh. Okay. Now it's going normal again. Okay. Gnarly. Let's check out... What do they have on here for Game Boy? I'm in the demo section, I believe. Let's see what this is. I'm curious. So I don't know how to get rid of the tick, tick, tick sounds. It doesn't look like there's a shader built in. I still don't quite know what this is supposed to do. Just yet. We'll get there. I'm sure. Start. This is start, yes? Continue. Yeah, I figured. What is this? What are you? We're learning together. This is a test platform. Screen shake. Oh, I see. To see if there's like any kind of like overscanning and whatnot going on. Cool. Before the save. Saved. Slot 1 used. After the save. Cool. I love that it's kind of super reminiscent of Pokemon with the UI for this. All right, so to go home, I'm assuming is probably the leafy button. Okay, it seems to be. All right, cool. Let's go out to... Why are these what are up? Collections. No, let's go into games. So it takes a little bit to do its thinky think, I'm noticing. Or I just froze it. By the way, I did unbrick this guy. I don't know if you were here for this one live, but I did unbrick this. All right. Let's try. What does this do? Is this a... That does do nothing. Home button does nothing. We're gonna do a reset. I don't know what I did wrong. Again, it's my first time dealing with this system. So all I'm saying is it's likely that I did something a little silly without realizing it. All right, let's hit that reset button. I really like the overall feel of this though, quite a bit. I want to get rid of the tick, 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 tick noise when it's moving around. Oh, we're installing something now, huh? Because I didn't actually save after leaving the first time through. It brought me back to exactly where I was before. That's interesting. Low res NX. NX like Switch? No way. So this power-wise is probably about enough to do PlayStation, so let's jump up to PlayStation and see what it feels like. Got Castlevania, which I'm bad at. Let's do Crash. I want to see how the inherent cardinal snapping of using a D-pad to play a a stick game feels, and I'll let you know how that feels. My hair is getting long on one side. By the way, again, this is all going through a screen protector that's pre-applied. I haven't taken it off yet, so why bother, right? I don't remember the chip off the top of my head. The box might say. Wow. It's a 3.2-inch screen, which I knew. The screen looks good, actually. It looks quite good. Oh yeah, X is the bottom button on this, I forget. Yeah, I don't remember the chip off the top of my head, but it also doesn't really matter what it's called as long as you can see what it does, right? That looks really good. So, how interesting. The D-pad is like, it's clicky, but not as clicky as like the SP. But it feels good, actually. I feel like it's a little bit harder to press forward than it is to press down, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I kind of struggle with pressing down because I tend to cramp. And that just might be a me thing, but it feels good. The buttons are also kind of like... It feels like there's a membrane right above a... what do they even call them? I forgot the name of them. But it feels like there's like a membrane, a thicker membrane, on top of something like what the SP has. Where it's clicky. Dome switches. There we go. They feel like dome switches, but with a little bit of a give to them. So diagonals are really easy to press. Like, obviously, you're snapping to cardinals with a game like this, a 3D game. This isn't really designed for 3D games, but as far as, like, performance goes, it's actually pretty solid. It seems to be incredibly responsive. I'm off screen. I'm sorry. I do that so much. I can't say that fast. Oh, jeez. I almost just yeeted. No, but it feels pretty good. Like, there's no real delay. It feels pretty responsive, looks pretty good vibrancy-wise. I don't really see any slowdowns. Yeah, it's actually pretty responsive. Okay. It's like, it almost looks like he's slowing down a little bit at the end of a jump, but I know that's also kind of just, what's the word? Nature of the animation style at the time. Come on, that's all me. Another life. Yeah, it feels good. I'm trying to keep this all visible for y'all. It's hard. It's hard to game on an angle. It's one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life. Booga booga. Okay, we're gonna go mess some shit up, and then we're gonna probably jump in a hole on accident. Yee. Oh, there's a thing back there. Whoo! Hey. Mine. We're gonna go left. We never go left. Probably missed some stuff. I don't remember this game very well. I haven't played this game since probably 1997, 1996, 1990-something. Oh, I almost didn't make that. We're not going back. Overall, like, I mean, you can play. That's not bad. PS1 runs pretty good. Yeah, I know. I probably missed like 13 or something. 10. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, 3D game. I'm kind of happy with that. Performance-wise, feel-wise, not bad. I like the little lights under here, underglow style. Let's find out if it charges with my Steam Deck charger. All right. Ooh. I got the 10-footer one. It's a... I think they're all the same, but the Steam Deck charger is roughly whatever, 6 feet or so. So that immediately charges, yes. It shows up right there immediately when plugged in. In fact, that's the quickest and most responsive one of those I've ever seen. And doesn't charge the top one, at least not through this. Okay. So let's unplug. We didn't cook it. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Let's try a USB-C to USB... sorry, USB-A to USB-C. See if that does anything. No charging through the top port. Okay. Ooh. Try the bottom. Instantly, immediately registers and starts charging through the bottom with the A to C. I just got like a whole brick of them over there. Ironically, this brick comes up a lot in this conversation. All right, PlayStation works pretty darn good. Let's see how Game Boy Color looks. Oh, ho, ho, we got hacks. Let's do a Pokemon hack. I love me a good Pokemon hack. Ooh, they got Pokemon Crystal Clear. Love it, love it. What else we got? You know what? Crystal Clear is probably going to be the best option. Oh, but there's a bit of a startup. Because it's like Nuzlocke and such. I've never played Prism. Let's do Prism. I love Crystal Clear. I'm a big fan. Also, hey, I didn't even see you there. So that looks pretty good. We're going to see if we can get shaders to go on this without having to do anything funky or fancy. Okay, okay. Yeah, I like Crystal Clear, but I don't want to go through the setup process of picking a character and reading through the rules because I always forget the hotkey to go through. I've never played Prism. Oh, that looks great. I love rainbows. I'm sorry. That looks amazing. All right, so let's see. Advanced menu. Is this where we get the shaders? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've got good eyes. I've got good eyes. That is hard to see. It is faint and it is tiny. For some comparison of size, right? Sorry, I'm going to open up my little briefcase here. We're going to compare the size of that to the size of a micro SD card here. Right? So there is a micro SD card next to that teeny tiny font. Focus. That is the smallest font I've ever seen on any device ever. I guess it comes with the territory with a 3.2-inch screen. I would say, yeah, it's teeny tiny. Oh, hey, what's up? Hello, Sonic. Yeah, that's really, really tiny font. They do have shaders handy here. We have... Geez, it's really hard to see. I wonder if there's like a scaling option I can do. So I can... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to try to do it through the stream. Okay, we have append, save, remove, apply, shader parameters, shader passes. One pass. Cool. Shaders. Hopefully they just have the handheld. Oop, there we go. And then we want shaders. Where? Oh god, this is so hard to read. I kind of like the old school one. I can make the text bigger. I've never messed with it before. I'm gonna have to. This is absolutely insane how tiny this is. I'm so happy to hear that it can get bigger because I've got good eyes. This is tough. Retro Gaming Monkey says that you can change it. I don't know if it's within the menu or not. We're gonna find out. But for now, let's do... We're gonna go simple. We're just gonna hit an LCD 3X, I think. And then apply. Failed. Okay, so let's not try that one again then. Let's try a different shader. I'm gonna see if CRT easy mode will just work, because that's usually a pretty good look. And then we'll look for something different here. That also failed. User interface. I will look in just a moment. Don't worry, I won't forget. I couldn't possibly forget. It's interesting though. I'm gonna try a different shader. Appearance menu scale. Okay. That is so tiny. Shaders. Let's go back into Game Boy. Shader files. GB pass 1. So I've noticed that sometimes the, what is it called? Oh, it's PSP layout. That's cool. I've noticed that sometimes shaders don't work on hacks as well. All All right, so we're looking for appearance, menu scale. Let's see. User interface. Appearance. It's so small. It's really clean, though. It's really smooth. Okay. Ticker text speed. No. I think I might have scrolled past it looking for font default. Font's fine. Where's the scale? Where's the scale? Thumbnail icon, switch, layout, vertical fade, background. Oh, scale factor. Jeez, it's right there. We'll go to 1.25. That's much more reasonable. Oh, the shaders don't work on all devices, or the scaling doesn't work on all devices. This is working fine. I don't want to get too far off the screen, though. We'll go 1.25. Background opacity, that's fine. Yeah, it's scaling fine. It's just still small. It's still teeny tiny. Is there anything else I can change in here to make this a little bit easier to look at? I don't know. Maybe the font? Oh, no. That's a whole nother thing I don't want to mess with. I think we're fine with that. It's better than it was. So I can't get a shader going on this. Quick menu, resume. But that looks great. Today's date. What is it? Oh God. It's just past Christmas. Did you guys have a good Christmas? Greetings. Welcome to the world of Pokemans. Anyway. That looks really good, though. Even without the shaders, it looks really good. I'm a sucker for a good shader, though. His hat is how I wear my hat. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my hat. I'll be right back. And that is... doesn't want to focus or be lit well. Come on, you got this. You got this. I'll be right back. No, I won't. It's not, you don't care about my hat. I don't think it's stretch. I mean, it is a little stretch. I don't think it's... It is a little stretched, but the font looks about right. His hat just looks a little funky, like he's wearing it kind of like a bro. Yeah, let's see what kind of bezels and stuff they have. See if we can scale it properly. Sorry, every time that I get a different kind of, what's the word? Version of RetroArch, I have trouble figuring out the specifics. I have trouble with this. So we want, what do these all do anyway? Oh, these are my recently played games. I've never seen this particular layout before. I like this. Okay. So we'll go back into the regular RetroArch. And we want settings. Change video output settings. Scaling. Integer scaling. Well, actually, even when we scale it, it just scales down a little for integer scaling. Interesting. So is it also... Ah, there we go, aspect. We don't want full. We want... You could do 21 by 9, are you kidding me? 1:1, there we go. Honestly, it's such a high-res screen. I think you can hit it with the full-on integer. I forgot about aspect ratio. I'm sorry, my brain's still on like half power. I've been working on a lot of things. All right. I don't think we need to mess with anything else there. That is legit just the PSP background too, isn't it? Or PS2? Did they kind of take that one too there? Okay. Cool. I think we're going to go back into it. That looks so funny to me, but it looks good. It's funny. This is like a blue, or a purplish, I mean to say, but it looks so dark. Even though I have 4 big lights in here shining right down on it. It's crazy. Actually, let's see if I can spot them all already. There's 1. Oh, come on. Nah, not reflective enough. Okay. Da, 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 da. So somebody who has crampy hands, this is actually surprisingly not bad. You can just full on be Lance. Okay. I'm going to be Lance. And I'm going to be... this one. It looks really good in person. I was thinking I wanted to get a red one too, but GoGameGeek was like, hey, you know, we're already sending you one. They didn't say this. They were really nice about it. They said, how about we just send you the purple one? I wanted to get 2. I wanted to have Pokemon Blue on this one and Pokemon Red on the other and do a whole comparison and whatnot, but hey, you know, we're here. We're here. The purple looks pretty darn good. I don't really have anything that it compares to. Again, we'll do a quick like design comparison to this here, to the Pocket, which is a surprisingly good analog, ironically. Buttons-wise and layout-wise, it's surprisingly on it, design-wise. This is in a case, by the way, so it's not like that big. Sounds good, though. Volume goes in decent-sized notches. That's good to know. Now it's showing up a little bit better. Oh, because I'm not so close. Do I look better? Okay, color do I want to be? Oh, that is a gnarly green. Yellow-green looks way better. Oh, yellow-green. Yeah, we'll be this. Was mine, but the sound was a bit tinny. Huh. It's not as tinny as like the RP Mini and the RP5 in my opinion. I actually sent the RP5 back because I just couldn't deal with the sound. This sounds better to me than the RP5. White though could be slightly different. Like an older version of the speaker setup or something. Like, okay, let's go higher volume. Let's see. Hearing this music like this takes me back. I'll play something else too, just to see what we got. Something, yeah, we'll play more things. We're doing a first look here. Yeah, I wanted to love the RP5 so much. I really did. But it just wasn't for me. No mid or no bass. It's very clear. There's a little bit of mid. There's definitely no bass. I'll tell you that much for sure on this. I don't really hear any bass. Just a sleeping bag, huh? And I love that this has, like, okay. There's a little bit of that blur like you want for this. That's funny. It reminds me. It looks like what I remember, but just without the pixels. The Retroid Pocket 4 Pro is actually, it's a little bit better with the sound, in my opinion, than the Retroid Pocket 5 was, which is funny. I'm still selling this, though. I got the Odin 2, and I don't really need another vertical, or not vertical, 16:9 anymore, you know? I just don't. All right, let's zoom back in a little bit. This is nice. This is nice. That's not the start button. Is this the start button? No. How do we get into save menu for this? Oh, well, we'll just do save state. Yeah, Odin 2 is like I love the way it feels and everything too. It's nice. This looks pretty darn good. I want to try a not hack game and see if I can get the shaders to work on Game Boy. What are we on? We're on Game Boy Color, yeah. I forgot Legendary Super Warriors was on this. Let's do that. Do some Dragon Ball Z. I love me some Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, the RP5, it's a powerful device. It has a what is the Snapdragon 865 in it. You can run basically, even like ZZZ will run. It won't run like as well as it does on the Odin 2, but it's playable. It's more than playable. All right, so let's go straight into shaders here. See if they'll work on this one. Shaders, I'm getting more familiar as I play with this. It seems like the scaling went bad again, so it's not a universal scaling, at least not how I set it up. I'll mess with that later. I'm not worried about that right now. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a whole video diving into this later on. Let's go. We want... I know you guys can't see any of this because it's so small and so dim compared to the everything else. Yeah, they are glowing blue. And they also have these buttons on the back glowing as well. I set them to a 4 out of 10, so they do get brighter. The ambient lighting is really nice, but you will drain your battery quicker. Luckily, this has a pretty sizable battery in it. For the size, it's a 3000 milliamp hour, so, I mean, I would imagine you get a good couple hours out of it. I've gone down about 6% since starting this video, and I've been messing with stuff, playing some higher-end stuff, and I've been doing this for 40 minutes. So yeah, I think you get a decent amount of time on it, even with them on. All right, we're gonna go simple. We're gonna see if we can just get a handheld shader to go again. How easy is it to shut the light? It's really easy to shut the lights off. I'll walk through that again in just a sec. Let's try GB Pass 1, apply. It failed again. So either I'm doing something wrong or it doesn't like shaders for the Game Boy. We'll try a different system after this if this doesn't work. I'll try CRT Easy Mode again. That was always a classic for me. It looks pretty good with these older systems. CRT Easy Mode. Apply. Failed again. Okay, so the shaders don't want to work for this, or I'm doing something wrong. It could be user error. I'm not as familiar with this as I want to be. So we'll quickly go and show all the way to, no, not edit. No, back, I say. Okay, so to get into the menu, you press this little button down here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Sorry, get that. You know what? We're going to keep it here from now on. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So you press this button here. That's the wrong button. I swear I just did it and I already forgot. Start button. Shh. I never claimed to be an expert. Hitting the search. No, I'm learning how this all works. I'm liking this though. That just takes you straight to the search then, huh? Oh, it does. Okay. So this is supposed to take you to the menu, but it just says search and refresh ROMs. There we go. I had to back out one more layer. Got it. All right, so we have settings all the way over to the right, and then display. And in display, we have top LED, shoulder, and F1, F2. These are the F1 and F2 buttons. These are function buttons. You can turn them all the way down. You can make them go super, super bright. You can make them all be super, super bright, which for the rest of this video, I might as well just do. You can even toggle them all the way off, it looks like. So none, and then on, and then, yeah. You can have them set to the theme, or I think you can set them to, follow theme and default. Yeah, I hit B a couple times. It's funny, it's almost intuitive. Hey, Raptor, Raptor. Do you know how to get rid of the ticking noise in the menus for every button press? I couldn't find anything in the sound options to turn it off. You're not running Surwish on your... Oh, okay. So I'm running a different OS. Yeah, because this is the one that I got from GoGameGeek. They set it up with like custom OS and a whole bunch of other stuff, usually. Turn it off, but using bass. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. BGM is down. Volume is whatever. It's decent steps for the volume. It's not really the most annoying sound, but I wish it wasn't doing this. Yeah. No card's probably the way to go, because it's a little bit cheaper, but it is nice to just have it kind of ready to go, too. So yeah, then I guess for setting this up, if you buy through GoGameGeek, it will work like this. If not, it will do other things. We can check about how the function key setting will do the things, I think. So D-pad and joystick toggle, right! I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. It just changes what the game registers the control as. It's not going to magically get rid of your 8-way locking up, down, left, right diagonals. It's not going to make you not cardinally snap, but it will if the game is looking for an analog stick, like for example Super Mario 64, which probably won't run on this. It will allow you to put the input in at all. So I'm going to leave it at that, actually. I'm glad it came with Moonlight. Media player. Did it come with anything? Is it anything I can listen to without causing problems? No, we're gonna leave. I'm gonna try. Let's try GBA. Games. We're gonna hit it a little different every time because I'm learning how this all works as we go, real time. This is first impressions. Let's do some GBA, and we'll do. But you know what? We got to do the classic. We got to do what I always go to. So way to quick scroll. Yes. Okay, cool. What is this? R1? R1 will quick scroll down by a whole screen, it looks like. It does look like. Cool. Do some Golden Sun. Can I run any N64 games on there? I'm not sure. I'm going to try. This has a shader built in. And it looks pretty good, actually. I think it might be stretched. It looks a little stretched. It's a little annoying that it came pre-stretched. I was just testing this earlier on the other thing that we're going to be looking at today in just a moment. Advanced menu. Right. We want... I always forget what it is I'm doing here. Core options, video... I think I'm in the wrong menu. I do this a lot. Don't judge. There we go, video. I'm starting to really like how this is set up because it's a little bit more intuitive than what I'm used to. This is so teeny tiny though. I swear we've got scaling. Why? Jeez, I missed it completely. Okay, we want aspect ratio. Core provided. Core provided is correct. It looks like. Yeah, 1:1. Core provided. We'll stick with that. How's the integer scale look? So you can get it to be like a perfect match, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Quick menu, resume. That looks better. So does the shader scale properly? It's hard to tell. I'm going to see if we can run N64 on this in just a moment. Yeah, the shader looks like it scales okay, actually. I don't see anything that looks super out of the ordinary. Looks pretty good. It is getting a little bit warm on the back up here. Not hot by any means. Like, I mean, like you can like stick it to your face, you're fine. It's just... I could feel that the temperature is going up a little bit. But not bad. I really like this. I think, honestly, this is probably going to replace both my Miyoo Mini and my Miyoo Mini Plus, to be completely honest. I like these enough. I haven't even really messed with the Miyoo Mini, though. As you can tell, the screen protector's still on this still, too. I've been so busy. I swear. I'm going to Vegas for CES in like a week. can't believe it's actually happening. Your boy's moving up in the world. All right, so yeah, this looks really good. It's small, it's teeny, you know, don't get me wrong. So like for some comparison here, I have the brightness down a lot on this. Let me see if I can turn this up real quick. I think this is brightness. No, that's volume. That's save state. Oh, okay, I don't know the hotkeys on this one yet. Let's do a quick save state. Save state. And then we will close out of the game. Come on. There we go. Quit. Turn the brightness up a little bit on this bad boy. I have not messed with this one at all either, really. I just put some games on it. Settings, we want the backlight brightness. I really don't remember what the hotkey is. History. I didn't save in my history. Okay, fine. Oh, right. Because I was running it through a different... I was testing. We'll get to that when we get to that. That is a whole nother thing. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, so I want to see if there are any N64 games on this and if they'll play. I don't think there will be. We'll find out in just a sec. All right, so yeah, that looks good. To be fair to it, I'm going to take the screen protector off. I want to see if this distortion I'm seeing is just caused by the protector, because it is just plastic. And wow, would you look at that? It looks even better now. You probably can't see the scaling at all. Oh, maybe you can actually kind of see the shader on there. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty darn good. Yeah, I am going to stop this before I end up playing this all day. We'll save this here as a state, and we'll come back to this in a minute. So if it has N64 on it, we will... Hey, it does! Hey, hey! Ooh. What do we want to start with? Super Smash Bros? Are you kidding me? Oh, you saw nothing. Okay, you know what? Don't look, don't look. I don't want to play a big game because I don't want to get in trouble. But maybe it will do N64. No frickin' way. It's funny, it says widescreen and it's so little. And it's also probably not scaled properly as well. It might be. I'll let you know. I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid. There's a little bit of overscan, which isn't bad. I've seen way worse. No way. Okay. This seems like it's running fine. It's running a little bit warmer, though. I can tell already. It's a little bit toastier on the back. Did I type anything in? Oh, I probably didn't. I don't know what this is mapped to. Ah, okay, bottom is A. Cool. It works. I don't hear any audio distortion. It's a little thin, but it's clear. This game was never very bassy. Oh, a little bit of flicker there. A little bit of flicker. Let's get past this to the actual gameplay, because sometimes stuff just flickers in menus. Still flickering. God, this game. Okay, well, sorry, that's not the start button. That's the start button. Can we not skip? It's epilepsy warning. Wow, it was just matching the refresh rate of the camera for a second there. It was flickering for me and not for you. Yes, 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 I know. Let's go, let's go. Let's stop the flickering. Oh, don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's so bright. I don't want to cause anybody any problems. Oh, let's get past the cutscene. Yes, yes, little crying thing. Oh my god. I'm wondering if it's trying to render it in the wrong refresh rate. Come on, come on. We don't need to... Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Gotta love unskippable cutscenes, right? I forgot this happened. Okay, we're back to normal? I don't expect this to run well. There we go, back to the cutscenes again. This is like genuinely worrisome, but hey, you know what? It's running. Come on, out of the cutscenes. Jeez. We'll mess with it as soon as it stabilizes and see if it stabilizes for real. A little bit of flicker here, and it's back again. And now we're clean again. I'm so sorry. We're all learning together. A little bit of an audio hitch. Again, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. Skip, please. Next, next. All right. Juno seems to be fine. I think it was gonna be another cutscene, but the space one seemed to be fine. This game's hard to control with an N64 controller, so keep that in mind. Yeah, no audio glitching, which is a good sign. Generally speaking, there'll be audio glitches in games like this before there are video glitches. And those are usually the ones that cause more trouble. Okay, so there's a little bit of a flicker on the game itself. You can't see it because it seems to be flickering in tandem with the screen, which is funny as heck to me. But it is flickering for me. I wonder if this screen will show it. Or this camera. No, that's Trip. It might be trying to do BFI with too low of a frame rate. Does anyone know if this does black frame insertion? Okay, so let's go to video. Scaling. We're just gonna go aspect ratio, core provided. Crop overscan. We're not gonna do that just yet. Synchronization. VSync is on. That's funny. It even has G-Sync. Hard GPU sync. What does that even say? Hard synchronize the CPU and GPU, reduces battery at the cost of performance. We don't need that. Let's see if scaling it fixes the issue, and then, nope, still flickering on my side. So you see that dark line that's going down? That's the evidence of the flickering. That's not happening on my side. That's just what the screen is showing the flickering as. So let's try something else. Let's try seeing if adjusting VSync does anything to make this less screwy. It might make it better. It might make it worse. Nope. It's about the same. So this game might just be... We'll try another game first before we decide that N64 is less than happy. Let's try changing the interval. Maybe it's trying to run it too high. So vsync swap interval set to 2. Is it restarting? I hope not. I think it might have. Darn it. Well, that being said, then we'll go try a different game. 2 birds, 1 stone. We'll try 2 things at once. I'm surprised that that made it as far as it did. Okay, don't look, don't look. Wow, they got Hey You Pikachu on here? Why? Here's a hard one to run. No flicker on F-Zero. Okay, first off, let's scale it properly right off the bat. Video scaling core provided. Yeah, no, it's scaled properly right off the bat. We're making sure that it is, though. That looks pretty good. We'll just... Again, right, okay. I'm a novice. I'm not good at this game. We'll do Mute City, sure. This is actually running better than I would have expected it to. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we'll just go full on Captain Falcon. We're gonna go right in the middle. Little bit of visual noise. Oh, but it's not bad. No way. Oh, geez. This isn't the game that I would choose to play necessarily here, but this is totally playable. Plug in a controller, put it into a monitor. Yeah, no, this has got more power than I thought it did. Not bad. I don't know the buttons, though. Found the boost button. Okay. Oh, geez. Let's boost again. I am in the novice, though. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Holding it at this angle is causing my hand to cramp a little bit. Yeah, it's running great. There's a little bit of, like, again, like, you see the bottom kind of popping in a little bit pink. But, like, outside of that, there's no audio issues. Seems to be running great. Oh, God. I know you can, like, slam into people, but I don't know how to do it. Was that just in GX? I don't remember. Look at that. That's pretty sick. That ran really, really well. And it's a little toasty. I'm gonna actually bring out a thingy thing. It's not hot though. All right, so the screen's a little toasty. Where I'm feeling the heat is just a little bit back here. It's not bad. It's about body temp, actually. I think the CPU is right about there. Back is much less warm. I think the CPU's up here. I'm pretty sure it is, actually, and they're using this whole piece of metal up here as a heatsink. I think it was Russ who was talking about that, but it's not hot. It's just... You can tell it's doing some work. I'm amazed at how well that ran, to be completely honest. Just save that. Might as well keep it going. I'm on a winning streak, right? All right. Exit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it does N64. And it does it surprisingly well. I'm genuinely impressed, considering the fact that this is, like, that tiny compared to GBA. Not an actual GBA, but here's an actual GBA. Oh, that's a trip. Okay. I do want to try shaders on one more game. I've not messed with the TrimUi Smart Pro. This is my first TrimUi device. So unfortunately, I don't really have any basis for comparison. This is my entrance into this whole world. So don't look. We're gonna do, it's got Dock-a-Pong. Freaking love this game. Some DS stuff. So the hotkeys to swap, there we go. There are these buttons. Cool. Not bad. This seems to be, what's the word? Scaled properly. It's probably a bad choice because this is a multiplayer game. Let's try a different game. Oh, right. Drastic also does the tiny font thing. All right, let's see. I'm going to watch on the stream here. Exit. Cool. Let's try a different DS game. Ooh, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. I love this game. This is a one-player game. Got a decently long intro. That scale's pretty darn good. I think it can be made full screen without causing issues. Let's see if we can figure out how to do that here. Change options. Video options. My God, the tiny fonts today. It's so tiny. Video options, right. Okay, that's not the title of this. It's the first option. We want... It's so tiny. Huh. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, to be completely honest. Like, I've got pretty good eyes. I'm like... here. Jeez, I don't know. That's fine. It's fine. I'll figure out the scaling for the full video, I'm sure. It's a fantastic game, by the way. If you've not played Sentinels of the Starry Skies on DS, it is a wonderful, wonderful game. It is really funny seeing it so small, though. Oh, right. It's got this whole setup at the beginning. We'll just go full-on generic for this one. Your name is 1111. Well, sorry. Yeah, 1111. Yeah, 4 ones. Right, that's the switch. Start. You can go full-on. So this is designed by Akira Toriyama. You can totally make Dragon Ball Z characters. Yeah, it's definitely a little toasty on the back. I feel like it's getting a little toastier. Oh, we can test it. Maybe not. Maybe my hands are just warmer. Huh. Hello? Is there anybody there? Just not if you can hear me. Is there anybody home? My voice just fully gave out there. I don't know if you noticed or not. I'm gonna move this out of frame. I really like this little thing. I'm really glad that GoGameGeek sent me this. By the way, for any other, YouTubers, streamers, handheld tech creators, whatever, they're a really good company to work with. I was apologizing for not having a full video out of another product already. And they were like, dude, you're good. Don't worry. We have no expectations on a date. Do your thing. Yeah, so I was very grateful to hear that. That is... Okay, here. You know, we're going to make it full screen for you guys. It's so tiny. It's mind-blowing how small this is. I gotta find a way to switch everything around a little bit better. So DS is gonna be a little bit of a mixed bag. We're not gonna mess with that too much today, just because, again, I've got other things we need to get around to. It won't let me leave. What if I switch to an analog stick? No. So it won't let me leave that away. We're gonna do... Huh. Oops, sorry. So sorry. I don't know why it won't let me leave right now. It might be something to do... Oh, you know what? Could have been with whatever this button does. So there's purple, blue, yellow. Let's try purple. There we go. Purple works. Exit drastic. I don't know what that hotkey is set to do, but that's fun. You know what? We're going to do one more quick test. I think SNES is going to run fine. I wonder how it's going to look. We're gonna... Oh, I wonder if they have... We got a translation of Violinist of Hamelin. Okay. I don't know what this is. Let's find out. Enix. It looks great, whatever this is. Hey you, hurry up and show yourself. Whoa, God. I forgot about this font. Alright, we're gonna skip. Can we skip? I like that we can just skip, it looks like. I wonder what kind of game this is. Oh. I recognize some of these characters? That looks really good. Okay, SNES looks fantastic on this. Like it was meant for SNES. I will say the audio is definitely very treble, high, mid forward, and that's it. You're not really getting anything else. What's a game with a lot of bass? Are there any older games that have a lot of bass? I can't really think of any. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Okay. That's neat. What are we doing? I don't know. We just left. Probably got some instructions. I'm not sure. Oh, you can't jump on them. Okay, so I have an attack button, I guess. Oh, I shoot out musical notes. It looked like the Bernstein Bears. You just carried me? Okay, you're a platform. Neat. Got the button. There's only like 2 buttons that actually do anything, and I keep pressing the wrong ones. Hey, hey, look at that. Oh, neat. Ah, secret. Jump. This is cute. This looks great. Oh, God. Is it a bouncy thing or something? That doesn't matter. Okay, we're gaming. We need to actually do stuff. Is there an EQ in RetroArch? I don't think so, but I've never thought to look. That's a great question, actually. Let's see. Audio. Output. MIDI, mute, volume, gain, DSP plugin. Wait, what? They have DSP plugins. That's cool. So yes, technically. There's MIDI, synchronization, output. Oh, Oh, wow, the audio quality is set to lowest. Let's set it to highest. I don't think it's going to matter much because these speakers aren't really the best. But it might change and add in some more bass. We'll see. Yeah, we can change the drivers and everything. I'm not going to mess with any of that because I don't have anything to replace any of this stuff with. But let's see if... My mic isn't very kind. I have noise dampening stuff on. There's still no bass. It's maybe a little bit more clear on the high end with the high settings set, but yeah, it's not something you're going to be listening to music on, I'll put it that way. It's not bad. It's not great. That's funny they have an 8BitDo Pro 2 controller here. I mean, good for them, but that's really funny. What's even funnier is now that I've been practicing reading teeny tiny font, I can actually read that it says Pro 2 on there, but that also says something about the pixel density on this thing. It's surprisingly sharp. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 720p or something like that. 768 or something. It's a really high resolution screen. It looks fantastic. Oh, Pico 8, huh? Now, we're not going to get into that too much. It does ports. I didn't know that. That's freaking cool. Sorry. Oh, there's a lot of ports in here I'm not super happy with seeing, but... There's a lot of ports. All right, PSP. That's a little demanding. We'll do a PSP game, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Crisis Core is a pretty hard game to run. So this device, price-wise, I believe is going for like under $100. For what this is, I'm kind of genuinely surprised. And that's with their, what's it called? I think it's with their updates. I'm not quite sure. This looks fantastic. That's insane. That's not bad at all. Oh, right. That's not the A button. This is the A button. I love that the FPS counter is, like, visible as heck and comes standard, but yeah, that's impressive. I can't skip. Yeah, that's insane. Seeing a screen this small on a system like this that looks so good, that's pretty impressive. It's not super, super bright, but it's bright enough. I wouldn't play this outside, I'll tell you that much. It'd be hard to do. Same thing with the 34XX. Let me in. I just want to see how the gameplay is. Ah, we have a fast forward. So the R2 button is the fast forward button. And it's still running pretty good in fast forward. A little bit of audio chugging at fast forward, but that's expected. It's actually completely understandable, legible. Yeah, a little quiet right now, but I have the volume down a little. Back down to 30 FPS as intended. Sorry again. Just flying on through the sky. That's not bad. I think this is going to play absolutely fine, but I want to be sure. And then we'll move on. Fast forwarding to 61 FPS. Is that the Sephiroth theme in fast forward? Or no, is that just the city? Okay, normal speed. I wonder if it's even going to pick up this, or if I have to go to analog. Fast forward. Faster forward. I thought maybe tapping it twice might make it go faster. Okay. Okay, that's not the thing. Okay, I think we might need to use... Yeah, so it has to go with analog mode. Yeah, it runs fine. Absolutely flawlessly. Just mowing these guys down. I kind of feel a little guilty. Okay, so that works like a charm. We're going to save the state here because I don't want to have to do all that again. I don't have a save file in this game currently. All right, cool. That's pretty neat. We got some God of War in there too. We're not going to do that right now, though. I'm quite convinced it'll run without too much trouble. It is quite demanding. So our battery has gone down a decent chunk again. Let's see how long we've been on now. Hour 22, but that's with all the lights on full blast. Let's back out. Settings, system. Wait, not system. Display. LEDs off. I have a feeling that the power draw is going to go down dramatically. I am going to... I guess it just goes into whatever it is there. Cool. I'm going to set this off to the side. Put it to sleep. That doesn't wake from sleep. Oh, that's pretty instant. That's impressive. Just on or off. Neat. Cool. Now we're going to go back and touch on this guy. This is the Anbernic, by the way. Again, going back to this. This is TrimUi Brick in purple. I think it looks fantastic. Love it. I'm going to do a full video on this eventually. Same with this. I'm going to do... The brick was sent to me from GoGameGeek. This I bought with my own money. I haven't done anything to it except for, what did I do? Loaded games on it, and I turned off the button sound, which I'll show you how to do real quick. So settings, button sound. Right there, you can turn it off. Since we did talk about this recently, but we haven't talked about it in this video, I'm going to do a quick once over on what this is and what it can do. This is not a GoGameGeek thing anymore, actually. So let's move this out of the way. Shift over. And we're going to compare this to an OG GBA very quickly. So, it's my childhood GBA right down here. This is the Anbernic RG34XX. 34 because 3.4-inch screen. It's a little bit smaller than this other kind of device's screen. Teeny bit. Not really anything much to say about that, except for it's like, what, 0.1 inches smaller? You'd never really notice. But I believe it's a 3 times GBA resolution. So I don't remember what the specific was off the top of my head right now, and I'm sorry about that. But it's 3 times the resolution of this. So everything's going to look super crisp. The shaders are going to look real nice. Can confirm they do look pretty good. It is backlit. It's really well backlit. The buttons feel very similar, which is a trip. I'm amazed at how similar they feel. The font is basically identical as well, which I think it was Zoo who was pointing out from Retro Handhelds. It's my old battery pack. I had to take the thing off. You saw it in the last video. Anyway, so these are a little bit farther travel than the OG, which you can see here. Oh, mine's a little busted, or just dirty. This is a little bit farther travel. A little bit better feeling too. We have extra buttons on this one. Here we have L2 and R2, and we have an X and a Y button. They blend in really, really well. The X and the Y are actually in the actual framing of the button, which Russ pointed out. These will be good for other games. We got power. We got a volume rocker. Whoops, sorry. Power, a volume rocker. It goes like a wheel, but it goes one way or the other. Headphones. This is your menu button, HDMI or a mini HDMI out. USB-C for charging and on the go, so like plugging in the controller or something like that. This is the reset button. We have your OS, and we have your games. The games card I just filled up last night. R2 and L2 will do things like skip and whatnot, and then will work for the PlayStation stuff that can also run on this. Might not be the best option. You got a removable battery, and it is, I always forget, 3,500 milliamp hours. So this battery is just a little bit bigger than the battery in the little guy. Just a little. I was running Golden Sun on this earlier, but because of how I set it up, I had it set up with them, what's the word? I wonder if it shows up in game rooms. No. Okay, so this will show your actual .gba files. I'm sorry. Yes, your .gba files. On the other hand, we want to go into RetroArch because I put everything in here as a zip because I'm a dum-dum, and I'll do that later. I'll undo that later. I'll unzip everything. But in case you're like me and you have a zip file in here that you haven't accessed, you go to Load Content, Start Directory. We go to Mount, SD card, ROMs, find yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and then now we have all of our ROMs. I'm going to go back to playing the one I was playing before. We load, and the cores they suggest are in here. Most of them are pretty good. We'll pick GBA SP. I think that's what I was using before. Yes. So this here, and this, you don't have to do this. I did this because I made a little bit of a mistake. So I'm gonna hit the menu button, go to save states, load state. Ah, right, so I don't have it loaded in on this emulator then. I might have gone in through MGBA. So let's actually quit and go back into the other emulator real quick. So that's kind of fun. We get to go through the whole thing again. Indeed. Indeed. All right, so let's go back in. Same thing. This is, again, if you don't have them in the native file format, you can still access your games. I will unzip them later. They take up a little bit less space while zipped, obviously. This is just a roundabout way to get to it. All right, so load content. I think we can actually go straight into mount. And then SD card, ROMs, GBA. Now this is the, what's it called? What I'm a little bit more familiar with. So we will load, and we'll load it up in MGBA, which I think is what I used before. Let's see if it automatically loads straight into, it doesn't, but that's okay. I really hope I actually save the state. Save states, load state, aha! Okay, so it was an MGBA. It didn't save my shader though, but that's fine. We can just walk you through how to put it on. So press the menu button, right? And then we go to shaders at the bottom here. Shader passes, then add in something. I remember it being a little bit funky with this as well. I think I just ended up going in with shaders LCD 3X, and then apply, and it worked. Cool. Then we back out, quick menu, resume, And there we go. Now we have that lovely grid that you might remember from childhood. I'm going to zoom in super, super close so you can see it up close. Well, it's really hard to hold steady. I'm sorry. The nausea factor is limiting here. But, yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. I don't know where my original copy of this is, but I do have the second one. Handy. It's not, you know what? We're just gonna full on do a side-by-side here. Oh, of course the batteries are almost dead. So we're gonna go through this whole rigmarole one more time. And I will show you the comparison of the screen quality of one and the other. Assuming that doesn't die, I can always get more batteries. All right, so we're gonna go through the same process one more time. And actually, I'm gonna turn this off so it doesn't die in the meantime. Oh, I just so happen to have a spare battery over here. We're gonna swap this one out and hope it's not a dead one. I love this part. This is so silly, but I'm having fun. All right, we're gonna go back in and do this whole backwards ass jumping into this game thing like we did before. Oh, RetroArch settings. Start RetroArch. Yes. I'm so happy with this little device. I'm just absolutely ecstatic. Genuinely. I had to tell myself I can't play this last night. I wanted to go to bed playing this, and I was like, no, we need to do this together with everybody here. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. So we'll do... Oh, that's nice. Even the interface is just super easy. This is the stock firmware, by the way, that comes with load, and we'll run this in MGBA as well. No, you know what? Run it in GBAS or GPSP, because I think that has a shader built in. Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's fine. All right. This one's almost dead too. Okay. So, for some comparison, my start button borked? Oh no, it's just a little old. Oh, I have a save file on this one. So I do. All right, so here's a good reason as to why you would want one over the other. We don't have data right now, so no. Okay. Here's this, and this is on. It's old, it's a little scratched up, but that's not... Yeah, that's nuts to me. Just look at the size difference on the screen there, and the brightness and whatnot. And the fact that this is like $80 shipped blows my mind. Freaking insane. Same basic form factor too. So down to even like, here's the protector that came with this one, right? It's like almost a perfect fit here. It's really, really close. It's insane. Yeah, let's get some shaders in on this thing. Oop, sorry again. All right, let's throw a shader in here. Shader pass. Why'd I do that? One, then we'll go down. We're gonna walk through it enough times so we both remember it. This is how we do this. LCD 3X. Hopefully that just works on here. Yay. Resume. And that looks like what I remember, but like nicer. This is kind of like the backlit SP. That's what this kind of looks like to me. That weird kind of fringing that you're seeing in the video is not happening in person. It looks really crisp here. Yeah, this is fantastic. So I haven't pushed this thing very far. All I have on here is GBC, GB, and GBA games so far. I will put more on this in a bit. I forgot to put more games on this. You know what? We'll do it live. We're going to quickly, I'm not going to show you guys my screen, but I will throw some games on here real quick, and maybe I will show you the screen. It's so confusing. All right, let's power it down real quick. Actually, hold on, before we do that, let's save the state so I don't have to think about that again. And now we'll power it down. See you later. My one gripe about this, and this is like truly my one gripe, because this is incredibly nostalgic for me in a lot of ways. I can't... It's really hard for me to get in and out this little SD card. This was not included with this. This is my own personal inclusion. You can put stuff on the OS card that it comes with, but if you get it like I did with no games, it comes with a 32 gig card. You can't fit much on there. Let me... I was not planning on doing this, but I do want to see what else this thing can do. So, obviously card reader, I'm just gonna throw... I'll throw Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on it. Why? Because we can. All right, so there it is. This PC. It doesn't know what to do with this one. Come on, Windows File Explorer, you got this. Oh, that's funny as heck. ROMs. We can unzip everything later, but yeah, let's do that. Let's throw some Tony Hawk on here, because I'm really curious as to how it's gonna look. Love the old Tony Hawk games. All right, we're already almost done. What else should I throw on there? I'll try some N64 on this too. I don't expect it to run so great, but we'll see what we get. Where are they? There we go. We'll grab the first two games. Oh, they're zipped. That's fine. We know how to access them. Copy. Paste. I'll grab Grandia too. Freaking love Grandia. Yes. I'll grab, yeah, Grandia. Copy. And paste. So I'm gonna unzip Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. But we'll leave Tony Hawk 1 zipped, and I'll show you what I mean, how they're both on there and they're both run, but one just won't show up in the right spot. Let's grab N64. What are we gonna grab? What did we play before? I don't even remember. Jet Force Gemini? I don't think that's gonna run. I don't expect N64 to run on this nearly as well as I did on the TrimUi Brick. Just throwing that out there right now. Let's pick something. Pilot Wings. I didn't even realize it was a Pilot Wing 64. Why do I have this? We'll grab that. Why not? We'll unzip Tony Hawk 2. Yes, okay. And then while that's doing that, we'll throw this into N64. Paste. Cool. And what else should I grab? Oh, Lego Racers. That's a fun one that glitches out like crazy on a bad emulator. So I'll grab both of these and we'll see what we get. Says there was an error with the decompressing. We'll see if that actually is the case. I think we're good. So I'll close both of these, and then you always want to eject these cards because often they'll like kind of be wonky because your computer sees them as, oh, there's something wrong with this card. You better blah, blah, blah. Do you want to fix it or do whatever? So it doesn't know. Okay, so this is where my gripe comes in with this whole thing, right? Trying to get this card back in here. I need to use a separate card to get in there, because as far as I can press, even with my nail, I can't get it in there. So, luckily, to the rescue. All right, so we'll see how much of that actually just worked and how much of that didn't quite work. Power on. Ta-da. Ooh, my back. I also did leave the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 file on the system in the 7-zip form. They should have the power to run PS1 pretty okay. Yeah, there we go. PlayStation. Okay, so it's only showing Tony Hawk 2 here because that's the one that I unzipped. But we'll do that thing again one more time. Settings, RetroArch. Yes, we'll start it. I like the first game better. I like the second one quite a bit, but first game is so nostalgic for me. Load content. Mount. SD card. ROMs. PS. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 7-zip. Load. You know, I don't know what core to use. I don't see anything that I recognize is... Yeah, no, I would have gone with like... Well, we'll see what this runs at. Let's try this. See what we get. First is a classic, it really is. I don't know if it liked that. Some of the cores won't play zip files, and I don't know which is which, to be completely honest. So I think I might have picked one that doesn't. That's fine. We've got a reset button up top here. We just try again. See, try a different one. I would have liked to have chosen like DuckStation, because that one is probably the most versatile and the one I'm most familiar with, but we'll see what we get here. Why am I so far off to the side? Let's... Wow. There we go. All right. Again. Settings. RetroArch. I'm not going to do this every time. I'm going to set this up properly in the future. I just wanted to show you kind of like what will happen if you do one thing over the other. And to learn like how to get this to actually run. All right, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the zip. We load, and we'll load it up with Swan Station, see if that one works. It's doing something, so I'm gonna give this a second. It was doing something on the last one too, but it might have just taken a bit. It might just not like the zipped files. I'm gonna give it another 15 seconds. I don't have DuckStation on this currently, it looks like. Unfortunately. I do prefer DuckStation, but I don't have it. Okay, so that's not working there either. Let's go back. We're just gonna run the second one. It's fine, though. I think it's the same engine anyway. It's not going to be that big of a performance difference. I really do like this little system, though, I gotta say. I was watching the videos of everyone else, how they're talking about how it doesn't quite fit in the hands right, but I think I hold it different. I brace with my middle finger on the back, and I don't worry about that little thing where people are putting their fingers on. That feels uncomfy to me, so I just brace with the middles. Feels fine. Okay, RA game, PlayStation. We'll play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Should have more than enough power to do so. I like that it's got a little TV bezel on it. Come on, come on. I don't think I put the BIOS files in for this. That could be part of it too. I think I've missed a step. Yeah, it's good enough for sure. I think I forgot to put the BIOS files in. Please hold. Powering off. Yes, see you later as well. We will pop this out and quickly throw the BIOS files on there. I knew I was forgetting something. Normally, when systems like this come with everything preloaded, they've already got everything loaded up to some degree. I just completely skipped that step. Should not take long to remedy, though. Hopefully that's the issue that we're having, because that would be a lot easier if it is. Yeah, it does, it does. Yeah, it's funny, because, like, I'm so used to not needing it. Interesting, though. I am not sure where it's supposed to fit in here. I'm just going to put it in a couple different places, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, so... There's not a... I would show you, but I feel like this is kind of the part you're not supposed to show people. We're going to take... this one. I'm gonna take a couple of them. Well, you know what? We're just gonna copy and paste them all. Let's get options. So throw them into here. So I'm throwing it into the game, the actual like emulator folder. But I'm also going to be creating a BIOS folder on the main page. So right when you get into the drive, I'm just going to name it BIOS and then load it up from there. One of them will work. Okay, so now, oh wait, what? I just, oh no, we're good, we're good. I'm looking at the wrong file. Okay, cool. While we're in here, I'm gonna unzip Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I realize I might as well, right? 'Cause I love the first game. ROMs. PlayStation. Tony Hawk 1. 7-zip. Extract here. Yes, please. All right, we're almost done with the weird stuff. I've never had to put a BIOS folder on a system, but yeah, classic game. Yeah, I think you can just point the RetroArch to the BIOS directory, so that's why I put it in two different places. One, it might auto-detect if it's just in the game folder list. And then two, I put it in its own like BIOS folder, which I'll load up with a whole bunch of other things later on. Cool. That is did. And actually, we don't need to have the 7-zip files on here anymore because why bother having the extra space? So let's remove the 7-zips. We don't have to go through that crazy whole background methodology anymore. And yes, one way or the other, we will get there. We will become completed. Right, it is ejected. All right. Ugh. And it usually goes the wrong way for what you think it should go in. I do think it's a nice touch. I think it was Zoo that pointed it out as well. But I like that the game carts, you know, it goes like where the game would have gone. That's pretty nice. That's pretty great. Let's power you back up. He did also point out that the thumb smudges right on the screen right there at the edge of the D-pad, and I do find myself having that issue. But yeah, it's a nice little extra touch here for sure. All the connectors being in the spot of the old connectors. It's nice. I think they did a really, really solid, faithful recreation of it. All right, so let's see if it just boots up. If it just detects it, or if we have to point it anywhere. Oh, hey, there we go. It just detected it. I'm not sure where it detected it. We can figure that out later on. I'll do a dedicated video and I'll touch back on it. If I don't, remind me in the comments of that video and I will do it. But I forget things all the time and I'm sorry. Never soft. What's the opposite of never soft? Always hard? Press start. Career mode. Oh, right. X is this button. We on a PlayStation. Where's going to be T-Hawk? Would you call him Thawk? I'd call him Thawk. Woodland Hills. That's actually really close to where I was born. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I overspun. That was my bad. Okay, so... I mean, you can do it. Should you do it? I'm not quite so sure about... Oh god, I messed up. It seems like there's a little bit of an input lag for this. Look at that recovery. You see that? Oop. Ooh, I knew that was not going to work and I did it anyway. I'm going to get the secret tape and then move on, but I do feel like it feels a little slow, but the music sounds fine. I did it wrong. Okay, we're gonna do the big jump and then we'll come across here. Oh. Okay, we go uppity. We're gonna go do that again. Uppity. That should make it. Oh, I missed. Darn it. I gotta get the tape. I said I was gonna get it now. Can't let you guys down. I jumped way early. Got 30 seconds to get this sorted. Here we go. That's a better one. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Got 20 seconds. You think I can do it? Oh. I don't think I can do it. Oh, no, there's no way. I failed. I failed you all, and I'm sorry. It's not the best way to play this natively, I will say. It feels a little bit laggy. It feels a little bit laggier than, actually, I was recording, some Tony Hawk stuff on this, which uses the same chip, and it was fine? I wonder why it feels so funky. Maybe they picked the wrong... It's like one of those things... Okay, here, look. I quickly... Like, I feel like it's moving right after I move my finger from the button. Why it's doing that? I don't know. Huh. There's a little bit of delay, and it's not like... It's not horrible. I'm gonna try one more time. Like, I wonder if I can adjust to it. Freaking love this song. That was a gnarly tight 360 right there. Maybe because it's a different resolution? Seems to be running fine now. What's with that? Ooh, that was just a little floaty in general, but it's so funny. I love that with Tony Hawk you can adjust and fix that. Yeah, it's playable. It's not ideal, but it's playable. There might have been an issue with the screen on this. I know there was an issue with the screen on the RP Mini that I didn't realize was a thing. I don't remember what the issue is. I think there is something, though. I think I saw Russ or someone talking about it. I can't recall. But yeah, I don't know. It might be a refresh rate thing. I wonder. Okay, so let's see if we can tweak anything on the inner settings, inner workings of this. We want settings, video, sync. Let's turn off VSync. Probably a bit of a mistake. Jeez, I'm getting so much air, it's insane. Count a sheep. The tape. And he landed it. And I freaking ate it right afterwards. So there is definitely a little bit more, you know what, I don't even know if there is screen tearing on this or if it's just in my head now. It does feel a teeny bit more responsive. Huh. I don't know if that's necessarily the fix, but sure, we'll save. What was my name? My name is S. My name's S. Cool. Don't really care. I'm gonna give it one more feel out for this one. It feels a little bit better just having VSync off. It's still not great. I wouldn't like use this as a PlayStation machine. But I mean, you could. It's not bad. I should not have landed that. That was not... Oh yeah, you couldn't manual in this one, could you? Again, I should not have been saved from that. It's being way too forgiving right now. How have I not fallen? That's a trip. Okay, I'm just going to play this all day if I do that. There we go. Okay. Not bad, though. I mean, overall, all things considered, that plays surprisingly okay. If the VSync helps, it's negligible. I wouldn't necessarily count on it to fix the issue. It does feel a little bit better, but I'm just going by gut feeling on this. I don't have any proof. I will say, just note here... where's my light? There it is. You see by the D-pad there. Oop, come on, why am I showing that light? Let's try this light. You see the thumbprint by the D-pad and the ABXY? That is a thing that you're going to have to clean off pretty frequently. My hands were, very clean, very dry when we started all this. They're a little bit warmer now, sweaty-ish from playing the games. Not horribly so. I mean, like, I don't feel, they look wet. They don't feel wet. It's just the light, I swear. I don't feel wet. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of gonna do that, unfortunately. So bring a microfiber cloth if you get this. I really do like this otherwise, though. Screen protector is set in, so it's completely flush here, which you can probably see here. I did put it on with really no issues. It's nice when they go flush like that. Yeah, all right. I wanted to check out N64. We got Lego Racers and Pilot Wings. I love Lego Racers, but this game, it runs. Lego. Just piss off every fan base at once. It's actually functioning better than I would have expected. Oh shit, I gotta go. I've got a doctor's appointment in like 30 minutes. This is running better than I was expecting it to. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. And the scaling looks pretty okay. I mean, yeah, there's some borders on the edges and they look kind of dumb, but I also haven't changed anything for it. We don't want to build anything. Let's just go straight into a race. Oh, I can't. I have to do the first one. Right. Yes, yes. It does have rumble, so we'll see if it actually works. There's some weird text issues. Ooh. Oh, caught up. Pop in there. Oh god, it needs an analog stick. How do we swap to the analog stick? Let's find out. Would it be in core options? Maybe. There's a lot of options, geez. I don't see analog toggle in here. I'm sorry, I've never... Oh, never mind. There's analog stuff, but that's not what we're looking for. Settings, input, retro pad binds. I think there's a toggle for it. Port 1 controls analog to digital type. That's not what we want. I don't think. Let's try left on analog forced and see if that does what we want. I think it's telling it to technically do the opposite of what I want to do. Yeah, that's not telling it to do what I want it to do. So let's quickly reset that. Settings, input, retropad, port 1. Just want none. It's in here somewhere. I don't remember. Hotkey enable. I didn't even try just mashing on the hotkey buttons. Full screen, show FPS. So either I'm just absolutely missing it, okay, let's try Found the cannon button. So none of them are swapping it to analog. I don't remember how to do this. I haven't had to do this on anything but Dolphin before. All right, I'm gonna try one more thing. One more attempt. Settings, input. We're gonna go for RetroPad binds. Yes. Port 1 controls. Yeah, okay. We want up. Oh, that is up. Oh, that's the D-pad. I'm an idiot. Control stick Y-axis. Yep. Down, left, right. Yes, okay, I read that properly, I think. Can always set it back to defaults later. We just got to get this running for now. Quick menu, resume. Continue. Right. Hey, look at us go. Can I save this race? I highly doubt it. There are some notable issues, like with frames of items in this. But it's running really smooth. And the music sounds pretty good. Which was use again? There we go. We warp ahead. Maybe I can save this. Oh, God. But the D-pad definitely makes things a little bit wrong. Oh, God, he just popped right in. Yeah, so there's definite issues with pop-in. I'm amazed that this is working as well as it is. It's still not fantastic. I should have taken the shortcut. I had to shoot him, I'm sorry. I had to do the thing. Oh. Holding in this angle and also trying to, oh, God. Come on. Punk. It's a little hard to hold at this angle, I'm not gonna lie. There's a break, I swear. I think it's B. He got the bomb, didn't he? Oh, you punk. Oof. Yeah. That was odd. Oh, you ass. Alright, third place, not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I wanted to show this off as is before I go and do any kind of tweaks to it. I am going to put some custom firmware on this for sure. I've already got Newly on Listen, and we don't need to do more of that. And this one, which by the way, I realized I didn't even pull this out to compare. So the green is similar but not the same of the SP. It's very similar, but the GBA looks a little bit more yellowy. You did miss a lot of it. I'm about to leave actually, which isn't that what happened last time, Zeno? That's too funny. But yeah, it's a little bit of, this is like a bluer green and this is a yellower green, but like at a glance, if you had one or the other, they're very similar. I prefer the green on this one, though. I do agree with people in general that this is a better looking green. It's quite nice. I wish we got a Glacier for this, but oh well. It's okay, Zeno. It's okay. You can rewatch. There's only 2 hours and 9 minutes and 48, 49, 50 seconds to watch so far. No, I'll timestamp it. I will timestamp it, I swear. I have a doctor's visit I need to get to, but I am actually just closing up. Yeah, the green is really nice. And we were also talking about the TrimUi Brick, which I got as a gift from GoGameGeek. They asked me to, they didn't even ask me to do anything. I was like, hey, can I check it out? And they said, yeah, sure, here's the device. They're very nice. So this is from them. This is my own purchase. We'll keep these separated. You gotta keep them separated. We'll zoom out a little bit too. I always end up with a mess. Just a pile of handhelds on my desk. So yeah, the GoGameGeek TrimUi Brick. I really like this thing, actually. Yeah, it's, again, another first. Look at me go. Yeah, I had the first white Retroid Pocket 5 as well, and I liked the look of it. I just didn't love the feel of it. Yeah, the purple is really, really nice. I really like this. I'm actually going to take this with me for my visit. Purple looks real nice. It plays pretty well. The screen's really nice. So a couple of quirks I had with the software being a little bit funky. It does have a custom OS on it from GoGameGeek. This, on the other hand, bought with my own money. This is full-on stock. There are links in the description for both. Ooh, hand cramp. Mondo. I don't know why I did that. Sleep function on this most recent. The sleep function on this most recent line of devices seems to be pretty good, although for whatever reason, it's not wanting to do it out of N64. Funny that. It was working fine before. I do gotta get going though, unfortunately. Yeah, my only real gripe about this is that, but yeah. So now we'll go to sleep. Yeah, there we go. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to do that in N64. It's not as fast as the Brick. Brick is just kind of like, oh, never mind. When it's within a couple of seconds, it just dims the screen, it seems. That's about as fast as the Brick. When it's like actually in full-on sleep mode. Oh, that vibrates. That's a nice little vibration. That's a strong but not loud vibration on the Brick. I gotta go. I can talk about this stuff all day, every day. It's a problem. That's pretty quick. You'd be saving a half a second. Yeah, they're nice. I like them. Oh, and then proof. Proof that I unbricked this. Look at this. I fixed it. You guys proud of me? I got Newly on here for realsies. Yeah. Nice. Okay, anyway. I gotta go, or I will be late. Thank you guys so much for joining. I think GoGameGeek does a fantastic job with the setup for these things. The ROM sets that they choose, the OSs that they put on, everything seems to be pretty legit, what's the word? Well thought out. I think they did a good job with it. I quite like it. This is from GoGameGeek. And this little guy is from Anbernick, or if you use my link below through AliExpress, I get a little kickback. Doesn't cost you anything extra. It's exactly the same price both places. I really like both of these though. I'm going to be getting rid of a number of my devices. I'll be posting them on the Retro Handhelds Discord in the sale stuff there at some point. But for example, like this is a practically unused Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. I think it's a gorgeous little machine. I like a lot about it. I don't think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to be selling this for like maybe 70% of new with everything included, counting the grip and everything. Took it with me for a little bit, but it didn't really... You'd never know if you weren't looking. Maybe a little bit less than 70%. We'll see. We'll figure it out later. Got a couple others I want to get rid of, like the RG405V. Now that I got the 406V, I don't really need the 405. I'll figure out pricing. I'll talk with the guys, see what they like, what they think makes sense. We'll figure it out. Got a couple that I just don't need. Oh, one more that I actually might as well show it off to you guys. This, I don't like the buttons of the first round of these as much. They're a little bit too stiff for me, so the redo, much more comfy. I'm going to keep the can't think of the word, what it's called. But this one, it's not bad, nothing wrong with it. I just don't like the way the buttons feel personally. Personal taste thing. That one's going to also be going. We'll figure it out. I just realized the whole time that this was upside down. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go get my neck snapped. Chiropractor. We don't do euthanization here like that yet. I'll be fine. I'm not that sad. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you guys for joining. This has been awesome. Sorry it went on for 2 hours. I'm thinking I might do like a cut up version of some of these. Unfortunately, I won't have as much of the commentary, but I can take like highlights and cut them into a shortened video. Just kind of show highlights of what the devices are doing. If that sounds like a good idea to you and you watched all the way through all of this, leave it in the comments below if you think I should do that. I will do it if enough people are like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. So yeah, I'll do like, for example, testing of the consoles on this, where I'll go through each one and show maybe 15, 20 seconds of each. Maybe longer than that, depending on how long it goes. But anyway, like a cut down version of these streams, as well as dedicated videos. Yeah, let me know. If it sounds like a good idea, leave a comment. Everything links-wise for these two are in the description. Thank you so much. Peace. Later. Love you guys. There will always be more. I promise. I promise.